Hello everyone. Thank you. Okay, let me just get set up here just a little bit. Just a little too high. Okay, great. Well, thank you for joining me for Simple Sunday. My name is Anissa, and I'm with Stampin' In' with Anissa, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in California. Well, tonight, end of the week, time to wind down, get ready for the new week. And I don't know about you, but I'm really needing to wind down. So doing this crafting project with you tonight is just going to make me relax even more, and we could get to talk and relax and just get ready for the new week. Because for me, Monday is going to be a crazy day. First of all, I am going into work, and I have been working out of my home for like close to 2 years. And we've been going back and forth, like in the office, and you could work from home, going back and forth. But this week is my full week of working at home, at work, and it's going to be a little hectic for me because now I have to make it my new normal, right? So anyways, we'll see how that goes. So anyways, tonight doing a project's going to really put me in a better, like, relaxed mood. And so and I hope you enjoy the project. Very simple card that I'm making, and I love embossing, so we're going to use embossing. I mean, I guess you could call that not so easy, but it's easy to me. You'll see what I'm talking about, just as long as you have the tool, the heating tool, which is this right here. And this tool, I love it. I love embossing. It just, for me, it just comes out like brighter. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, Stampin' Up! News. There is a last chance sale that's going on and will end, I think at the probably beginning of January. And yep, last chance is from December 1st through January 3rd. So it's great. Take advantage of it. Some of the items that are on the mini catalog for this, I'm going to say season or this term, is on sale. So great time to take advantage of it. And that ends on January 3rd. Now I am going to have a buy one, get one free. Thought I was going to have one like a couple of months ago, but it takes a lot of work to get this set up. And so I am still planning on doing this for the new mini catalog that's coming out in January. So hopefully I'm ready by that time so that everyone can take advantage of it. I have a lot of stuff that I'd like for to move on so that I could get more stuff, right? I already actually have new product coming in to show you for the new mini catalog that's coming out in January, and I'm super excited about that, and I can't wait to show you what I got. So without further ado, we are going to do our simple project, which is with Peaceful Cabin. I know it looks backwards right there, but anyways, so very simple card. So let me go ahead and get you turned around. This part always makes, it's a little, it gets a little squirrely. Sorry about this. I wish there is an easier way of doing it. It's just I don't have that ability right now to do it that way. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, let's get this turned around. Okay, hopefully you guys can see me. Oh, beautiful. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here's what we're going to be making tonight. This card right here. And I love it. Very simple card. Beautiful. We're using two ink pads. Sorry, I'm trying to position this. Okay. We're going to be using 2 ink pads, Versamark and Smoky Slate. Yeah, Smoky Slate. Look at that. Isn't that just so pretty? Really is pretty. Huh. Hold on a second. Let me get some light on here. It's a little too dark, huh? Let me get that turned on. There we go. There. Okay. So, I think it's so pretty. Oh, it seems far away here. Let me bring it further up. There we go. I love this card. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Very simple card. Like I said, just 2 ink pads and some dimensionals and embossing. Embossing makes everything, I don't know, just so fancy schmancy, I think. It brightens up any whites, or, you know, embossing powder comes for Stampin' Up! In, I think white, black, gold. I basically use more of the white and black majority of the time. Oh, and they have clear. So pretty much you could use any one of your inks to become, why am I having a hard time here? To be embossed. And I love it. It's a clear powder. You just stamp with whatever color you want it to be. And then you, you know, it turns pretty shiny. And I love that. Okay, so here's an 8.5 by 11 Smoky Slate. I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 5.5. Okay, and I'm going to score it at 4.25. And now I'm going to move my paper trimmer off to the side. And like I said, we are using Peaceful Cabin. I'm going to take my bone folder and burnish it. Is it varnish or burnish? I don't know. Okay. So now we got a crisp edge, which I like a lot. And so we are going to be using this stamp set. This is what this looks like, what we're going to create. And I'm going to take my Stamparatus. I swear, I love this Stamparatus. I really do. Stamparatus, I don't know, makes things easy, you know? You don't have to, especially when you stamp something twice and it's the same, you know, you just have to redo it just to make it brighter. You know, it's hard to do it when you have it on a block, right? And trying to line it up. Yeah, that's just, it's crazy. But when you have Stamparatus, makes things so much easier. And, you know, that's one of the things that, one of the items, Stampin' Up! Items that made me really fall in love with the products is this. I swear, I just love it. I think I mentioned a long time ago, I started, how I found Stampin' Up! was with, I was on a cruise, and it was, I guess it was an incentive trip for Stampin' Up, and I just happened to be on that Alaskan cruise for my parents' wedding anniversary, and I saw them on the TV, cruise TV show, and I saw the Stamparatus, and I thought, oh my gosh, what is that? So, and then when I got on shore, I just started looking them up, and I did a class, and I just fell in love with it. So the Stamparatus really sold me. So here's a stamp. I love this thing. So you get multiple plates with the Stamparatus, right? Oh shoot. And so with this plate, I am putting the little house, which is that house right there. And this is a tone on tone because the paper is smoky slate and the ink pad is smoky slate too. I really like tone on tone projects. I don't know, I like the simplicity of it. Okay, so I take, when it's on the Stamparatus, it's like you take your ink pad and you put it, or if you have the ink spot, that's really great, and you get to tap, tap, tap. So in this case, that's what I'm doing here, and I go ahead and gently press, and there you go. Voila. Or maybe I can zoom it in a little bit. I don't know what it's going to look like, but tap, tap, tap again. Oh, there we go. Okay. And I will go ahead and press again. Oh, looks so pretty. Okay. So there's that with the smoky slate. And what I'll do is I just go ahead and take off this plate right here. Okay. And the Christmas tree, I'll put this plate and it has the Christmas trees on it. I'll go ahead and position this Christmas tree like so. Okay. And now, so that we don't put the Christmas tree here, I take this this Post-it. You'd use a Post-it. You could use, this is a special kind of tape, and I love this tape. It really, I think it does really well in crafting. And it's like you could, it's sort of like a Post-it, really, but it's a tape. I don't know. It's made by Post-it, so. Okay, so we're going to emboss. So we're going to use Versamark, the Versamark ink pad right here. And it's a, I don't know, it says watermark stamp pad, but I don't know what kind of liquid that's on there, but it just really, it is clear. You stick it on, you stamp it on the on your stamp, and then you use this little powder bag so that when you put the embossing powder on, it only sticks where there is the ink. So I'll go ahead and put that down. I usually like to do it a second time, especially if it's on the Stamparatus. Take advantage of it. Like I said, makes it so easy to do second press. Okay, so now I remove it from here. Okay, and I'm going to move this over. And I'm going to take the embossing powder. I just put the powder Oh, I'm going to cover up the ink pad. I put the powder, buy a bunch of the powder, and I put it in a container like this that I get from, this one I got from Daiso, but you get it at the dollar store, I'm sure. And then I got this from Daiso also, and I put a little clippy. I don't know where I saw another person did this, and they have a little clippy that you put, and then you stick your spoon on there. I love it. Anyways, I go ahead and I the powder on the ink, and then I tap it a few times to get the, you know, the residuals off. Looks good to me. Okay, now I take my heating tool, but it's always good to cover up your powder because you could just see it, right, flying away. So let's go ahead and do this. And I love it. I mean, it's really simple to do this. It looks complicated because it's so pretty, but really it's super easy. Once you get the powder on, then you put the heat on the powder and it just starts to melt. And then either if it's white or black, it starts to melt and it just becomes so much more brighter. It stands out. The thing is, you just want to make sure that all of it melts, because I've done it where it's not completely melted and I thought it was, and then I touched it and then the powder goes away. And that's a drag. Because then what ends up happening is your picture, part of it doesn't have the embossing powder. And then it's like if you try to re-stamp it, okay, you're just not going to make it match up, and it's just going to be a hot mess. Okay, I think it's melted. Okay, we'll be doing more of this, so keep that handy. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and use this first mark. And I'm going to need my little powder bag, and I'm going to get this powder on. Okay. Now I'm going to take, now this is from the Peaceful Cabin, and it's the little, if you can see it here, little snow. So I'm taking that little stamp and I'm just putting it all over. So it's clear right now. I love it, so pretty. Winter Wonderland. I just cannot believe that Christmas is here already. And it just came so fast. Don't you all think that? It just, I don't even know what happened to the rest of the year. You know, even though, you know, with COVID being here, it's just, I don't know, you'd think time, I don't know, it just went too fast for me. Lots of snowflakes. It's a snow flurry. Okay, I think we got it. Oh, there's some empty spaces here, so I think we're good. Okay, so now that we have that, then we're going to go ahead and cover up the ink pad. And then take the spoon and put the powder on all over. Now the other side. And it's okay that the powder goes on to the trees that were already embossed. It's okay. Okay, so sometimes when you do this, sometimes when you do this, you get, oh no. Didn't get any up here. Here we go. Here we go. Sometimes you get weird stuff like this right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just like from the stamp, probably a little bit of the Versamark here, and it just is a straight line. So you just sort of whisk it away with a brush. Do some touching up. So it's nice to have like a little brush that you can use to help you clean it up a little bit. So for bigger projects, I have this hunkin' thing. I love it, you know, but we're not going to use it on that. Nope. Okay. Put this away. Okay. Get the heating tool. Heat this up. Oh, you know what? There's a part that didn't get any. There we go. Okay. Hopefully you can start seeing it change from a dull, powdery substance to super bright. I could see it, but I don't know if you guys can. And it's super hot, so you just have to be careful. What a beautiful snow scene. Okay, turn that off, and now we're almost done. See how super fast that is? I took a scrap here, and I'm gonna stamp Wishing You the Best, which is in the Peaceful Cabin set. Wishing you the best right here. I'm going to take my smoky slate. Stamp, stamp, stamp. Put it right here. Beautiful. So this is very simple stamp, and I think it's very simple card, and it's super, super duper easy to do. Really all you need is the stamp set, 2 ink pads, right, and the blocks. Well, you need the heating tool and the embossing powder, but really it's a simple project. Okay, cut in a diagonal, and I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. Right there. Ah! And a little bit on the top here. Looking good. And oops, I need to cut it just a little bit over here. Great. And now I'm going to take some dimensionals. Now, never waste your dimensionals. Look at here. I use the ends. So, I don't like to use my snippets on adhesives, so I have another pair of scissors that I use. I go ahead and just put it like so. Oops, too long. There we go. Ah, that does not look good. There we go. And I go ahead and take that off. And I'll go ahead and stick this on, making sure you could still see the house. There we go. Voila! There you have it. Super simple card. I love it. And easy to replicate, right? But I think it looks really elegant. I think here it is right here. Got some powder left over. Yeah, it's a great card. Here's another one. I think I made another one. Did I make another card? Oh no, I didn't. Okay. So here you go. Here you have it. Well, thank you everybody for joining me, and if you're watching the replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. So please like it, subscribe to my if you're watching it on YouTube, go subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it, and thank you for your time, and good night, and have a happy Sunday evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.